Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Carolina Panthers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This defense for the Niners, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. To the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
Here we ball go. Up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Mitchell. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They run over center with Mitchell. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
That would give to the big fullback Juszczyk. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Kyle Juszczyk, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Gold with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get it to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 49ers 22-yard line.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Play fake. Mayfield. That's going to be caught. It's Chenault. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Giovanni Ricci, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have got it back to within a score. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Here's Lance to throw it. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Okay, ready?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running left, here's Mitchell. There he goes, left side. The 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Elijah Mitchell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Gold to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Niners 21, Panthers 7.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Mayfield to throw it. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On the handoff, Mitchell. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Another run with Mitchell. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Check right. Smith red. Black block.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Let's go.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
Panthers 7.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Mitchell is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run with Mitchell. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Elijah Mitchell with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers take a 3-touchdown lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Mayfield looks to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
121 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Blue check. Cut, cut.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year and 4th overall. And the Niners are able to add on to their first half lead.
Partner, wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about, assignment football for defenders, and that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Mayfield finding Anderson for the Panthers first. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait until the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Mayfield with it once more. Able to complete this to Shenault. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Hey, alert!
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Ian Thomas, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit. Gonzalez able to tackle on the PAT. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell. They find some open field here. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Right back to Mitchell here. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you talk about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen.
Ready.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now a play fake. Lance. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. Back deep, Jadon Mickens. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw into the hands of the receiver, Chenault. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Mayfield on 1st down. Thomas brings it in. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Here's 2nd and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 15 yards there for number 15.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception.
picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Second half begins with a carry by Mitchell. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On second down, here's Mitchell. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Come on, set.
On first down, Lance.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
They run over center with Mitchell.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here's Mickens to return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Connection made with Chenault. 2nd down and 3. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And down he'll go at the 25.
A gain of 4 yards.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Mayfield. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. Thomas has got it, complete. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Mayfield. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a 1st down here.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And it's caught. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot. Up 2 scores here in the third quarter. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Man, 188 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Here we go.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On the set.
2nd and 5.
Right. No, 52.
A give here to Mitchell.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell. Nice his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses. And this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Okay, right?
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9.
Now Lance going to throw.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 21. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Ready, ready.
Back to the ground here, Mitchell.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Right back to Mitchell on second down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Ball at a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The kick by Gold is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were...
And now here is another interception. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25.
Boy, 208 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right now.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
It was the 2nd straight season of 9 sacks for Brian Burns, who continues to ascend as one of the league's best young pass rushers.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. On the handoff, Mitchell.
They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but They'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Hey, 133.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Pass complete. Finds Thomas going across the middle. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Mayfield down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I know we spend a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
King.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And again, it's Mayfield. Open man is Anderson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, Mayfield. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A 3-score game here late. You could probably rule out the comeback, but
Certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Complete on the quick throw to Moore.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Regular. Point it right.
4th down, Mayfield.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on down's the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
But once again, it's Mitchell.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Wrecking the defense there was Brandon Smith. Back to stop him before he got to the line of scrimmage.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell. And he'll be taken down at the 18. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, it's Mitchell. Yeah, that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
Oh, the return is Mickens. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
For where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers you have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now it's the backup Darnold. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas, and it's 3rd and short.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And Thomas has it. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Mayfield's throw into the hands of the receiver, Chenault.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Hurry, hurry!
Mayfield to throw it. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the top.